All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for Space Brothers, episode 62.
The astronauts are back, even some of them who almost, died. No big deal. But meanwhile, hey bro, check out this cool rock I got you.
Oh my gosh. If I had you or any of our brothers come back and the first thing they basically said, yo, toss the rock, I would basically completely lose my shit and just be like, I think I mentioned in the previous discussion, I'd be like, wait, am I allowed to have this?
Yeah,
is
right.
this okay?
Should I hide this from people? Are you
And
not
go
supposed to take stuff back?
you. And then pocket it immediately and just be like, they saw nothing.
Yep.
Newspapers everywhere.
There's just something so I don't know, fitting about the idea that their dream to go to space started when they were little rascally boys, when you're playing with sticks and rocks and stuff, and something like a cool rock is one of the awesomest things you can ever find.
Right.
And so your bro brings you back
a bit
cool
of space.
Rock. Yeah, exactly.
It's like, hey, space is cool, right? But I know you're not there yet, but here's
this is
a
up
test.
There. Yeah.
First one is free. It's like, hey, I should be getting you into the weird shit. I'm the older brother,
Right.
But yeah.
Hebejo's back.
Hebejo's back.
Yep.
It's good. And the umbrella, the parachute, I don't know what words are, works.
The dun fabric thing that catches the air. And
The they all make the same sound.
The foof that makes people not go splat.
Yeah, exactly.
It done did its thing that it was supposed to do. Now, let's get some barbecue.
Let's just celebrate
Let's
Texas
get some
style.
good food and just,
So, y'all, without further ado, let's get into this.
Done did it.
Yeah.
And he's back.
I like how time flies. So cheeky.
マジですげえ
Ah!
これが月のムーンのストーンなの
Just looks like a rock.
Yep.
月で見たらそこら辺の石だったよちくしょう
Ah.
ごめんなアラン一緒に遊べるのはもう少し先なんだ
Yeah.
分かってるよ
3人とも
Yep.
Straight into the ambulance.
これからすぐメディカルチェックなんだめんどくせえだろ明日には帰るよ
Yeah, I'm really curious if they go into some of the effects of not just general low gravity stuff, because they weren't there that long,
Right.
but some of the other minor things that can come up.
I've heard even just you have to adjust back to the air because it's not the super cleaned
I mean, submarine operators literally have to deal with that. Yeah.
It's like, oh right, I'm not breathing out of a can anymore.
Yeah.
God damn it, show.
Why?
想像以上だね風邪ひいたみたいに体を
Ah, right. So he's experiencing it right now, and he was trying to put on a good face for it. Nice.
私も相当笑顔を引きつってたかも
I was wondering if they were gonna get into this.
月と比べりゃ服も体も重さ6
There it is.
共に飛びつかれただけで肉離れを起こす
Oh,
への期間で一番怖いのは実は子供なのよね
I believe it.
That's crazy, though, to use that as a point of reference.
これから45日間に及ぶ
45 days of rehab. Very
Okay.
cool.
検査して運動して
Joe's already sleeping.
また寝てとそういうサイクルがこの先
He's got it down. All right.
そうそう
That was a very satisfying car start noise.
This happened to me on returning from vacation.
Oh, yeah?
I was supposed to stay up and wait for someone to get there, and just blinked one point, and it was 12:30 midnight. I apparently passed out, just sleep deprived, and your body's tired. It just makes decisions for you. It's like, nope, you're done. This is a nice couch.
This concrete's looking real soft right now.
その時はきっと後ろからムッタがあなたの背中を
Oh, that's such a good.
Yeah.
There's so many other things that she could have said. That was
Right.
one of the best things to say right there.
Yeah, not something of oh, Muta will slow down too, or
Or he'll catch up to you, and
Right.
Yep, stay in shape, buddy.
Don't get too distracted now.
Ah!
いやー走ってる女性ってやっぱりいいよね。なぜだろう。全
Oh, I wonder why.
愛よりも強く感じる
Muta's going to get laid. No.
と話すべきか黙っておくべきか
Show. After all of the shit that you've pulled,
私はきっと話す
Stop it!
this just feels funny to me now. It's like, all right, what's the next thing?
いや別に風邪ひいてるわけじゃないから。
Just get this dog off me.
それよりアポ乗っ
Yep,
けて
yep,
くれない
yep.
アポも重さ6倍なんだよ。
Ow, ow.
どんでいいんじゃないか。
それもそう
Completely ignored him.
Wow.
どういうことだアマンティ。
あのねムッタに初めて会ったあの時
So something went wrong maybe with his body. Like Hibito's body or something.
Maybe.
Like maybe he won't be able to go to space after this.
私が見たのはムッタがとても悲しんで辛い思いをしている姿
Oh, like very sad.
誰かが近いうちに重い病気になる
I could see it being Hibito because of his the stuff he went through with his body and everything.
Right.
日々とを見て分かったの日々ともあなたと同じように
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
So it could be someone like close to the two of them. And it's not mom
Not
or dad.
Oppo. Not Oppo.
Not Oppo.
You wouldn't. If Oppo gets hit by a car or something, so help me
Sick,
God.
sick. Oh no. We don't know anyone's gonna get sick. It's you'll be very sad. Like so, huh?
I'm waiting for it to be like something.
ビジネス観光
No!
Oh
No, not Aunt Sharon!
文学者ですゴダード飛行研究所で
Well, this actually would feel right because it's the transition towards them
Yeah, yeah.
actually being, you know.
Oh, right, and who knows how old she is, you know.
たらみんなでヒューストンに行きましょう会いたい宇宙飛行士が
Dying to see.
God damn it.
電波望遠鏡です
電波って。
Damn.
What a beard and
Yeah.
facial hair.
方がいいんじゃない。そりゃ無理だ。直径5メートルの
that took
光学
the
望遠レンズを
hair spikes.
月まで送るコストを考えてみろ。
Yeah, that'd be stupid expensive.
我々の提案する方法では少量のカーボンナノチューブと
And literally make the lens there.
Yeah, yeah.
月のダストを混ぜて反射鏡のユニットを複数作ります、
Okay.
このユニットをつなぎ合わせて巨大な電波望遠鏡を設
Right. And within the confines of the crater, you could actually shape it really nicely.
アレシボ電波望遠鏡レベルのものも製作可能ですつまりこの案は月に望遠鏡を送り込むので
But to transport the materials that would then build it.
なるほど。
Doc Brown Einstein looking dude.
多くをロボットに頼ると思いますが人の手も必要になってくるでしょう、そこで NASA の宇宙飛行士に協力を依頼します
And that'd be a long project, probably.
Oh, yeah.
皆さん予算のことを考える前に一度想像してみてください
Whoa.
空気の揺らぎのない月面から捉えた澄んだ宇宙を
Whoa.
銀河系や惑星系誕生の秘密宇宙の物質進化ただ美しい新宇宙の世
Is there any price to put on that? Yeah.
Right. And there could be all kinds of things you could learn about how the world works as a result of something like that.
を実現できますここにいるみんなの力があれば
Okay, okay.
Alright.
And if this is something that they'll be able to carry on the legacy of her work, even if she ends up getting sick, that'd be awesome.
It'd be very fitting.
ジョンソン宇宙センターの近くにあるエリントンフィールド空港に来ている。
Alright, alright.
宇宙飛行士に認定されるためにはジェット機 T38 の操縦資格が必要
Nice. Those are the jets we saw Hibito fly. Yeah, yeah.
に始まり、エンジンシステムなどのメカニック、基本的な
You have to learn all of it.
So much. Hibito was able to do it.
マッハを
Huh?
体験できるのだ。
Just keep your brain from turning into jelly.
寝てないの。
いやいやいや、まさか。そう、寝てない。
Nervous about that whole thing there. Yeah.
誰かが
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Serious illness, yeah, so they will get sick.
I appreciate the desire to prepare me, but also you're freaking me out.
あ、元気元気。
And
シャロンおばちゃんこそ元気？
Yeah.
シャロンおばちゃんってどうしたのセリカ
Ha!
ああ。そう、今日から T38 の
just being around and you're like, oh, backing towards
Yeah.
him.
こっち来てるの？そうか、ゴダードに。あ、ちょっと待ってて。今おばちゃんのすげえファンの子がす
Yes!
っと変わるね。
No! Wait!
You're talking out loud now.
シャロンはセリカさんのこと知ってるよ。
Oh, she does?
もしもしはじめまして
Oh, all right, good job. You're speaking.
Yes,
All right.
Hi.
はいい
Yeah.
やいやこちらこそ
そこまでファンとは。
Oh.
Ba-boom, 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 ba-boom.
それ以来ずっと読んでます
Oh.
That's sweet.
あなたにも会ってみたいと思ってたの
The
よ。
Muta's wingman.
だからいろいろ聞いててね。
Oh, really?
あ、もしもし。もしもし。シャロンおばちゃん。ね、あ、ちょっと。
ごめんなさい。携帯落としちゃった。
Don't do that
The thing
shit!
is-
That's
Show.
なんだ、ビビったぜ。
fucking Muta's face.
勝手にはヒューストンに行くから。またね。また落としちゃった。
Again, yeah.
最近よく物を落とすな。
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's losing senses in her extremities.
壊れてないかな。
Yeah, you can't feel it as much, can you? Wow, yeah, she's dropped it a lot.
Yeah, and the I wonder if I damaged it, and it's like, yeah.
She can't even necessarily feel it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Whoa, cool.
Okay, all right. That's okay, so
Nice. They've made it clear who it is.
right, they made it clear who it is.
And the idea that Sharon actually makes the most sense
right.
because she is getting older. She has talked about wanting to do this before
Yep.
she dies. And
And-
so,
And I think they managed to strike a good balance while doing their like
Ooh!
yeah, exactly.
Oh
You know, to then bring it back around, and it's like, okay, no, this is serious.
no! It is Sharon, yeah.
Well, it's Sharon, but this is serious. This is gonna be
Yes.
rough.
Right.
Even though they started out with like a level of on the nose, where it's like funny joke, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so
All right.
nice and simple episode. Bit of recap, getting us Hibito back,
Right.
having just the transition of rehab from
Yeah.
being in space.
You smile for the cameras and stand tall, and you know are awesome spiffy astronauts and all that stuff, and
And
then
you go pass out in the ambulance.
exactly right.
Right. Jet lag, eat your heart out. This
Right.
is next level.
Yeah, I hadn't really thought like when I think about like recovering from space, you know, things like that. The idea of it, right? It's the sure. Your muscles would have just sort of been not being used, right? You know, but the idea of like no, everything suddenly
But
feels
your muscles were being used.
but your muscles were being used,
and they were transitioning to that feeling of like
acclimating to 1/6 everything
for a good amount of time.
right. And so now coming back and being like, oh yeah, just my little pug being on my chest is like, oh my god, yeah,
Right.
That's
And the idea that if a child rushed up to jump into your arms, you could seriously injure your muscles specifically because the actual mass of the child wouldn't hurt your bones.
Right.
It would hurt the things that were being actively
you'd suddenly be straining yourself a bunch.
actually
Yeah.
straining to move and support that weight and mass. That's kind of fun because it then wouldn't be the impact.
Nah.
It would be the actual
Right.
the tension.
Yep.
And that's such a really cool way to describe it for a character that just went through an extremely emotional ordeal and thus would very much want to hug and see his family. But in a lot of ways, it's too much work to explain and go into the you can't actually touch me or interact with me too much because of the potential serious injury and the fact that my body is probably literally worth way too much to be even remotely damaged here. And it's also just not worth it for me to spend that much time not in rehab as fast as possible.
Right.
So we do this for the cameras. We do this for you guys. Let you all know we're okay. We're going to be okay.
Yeah.
And we'll see you all in a month and a half.
Right.
Fun.
Cool.
The idea that Hibito is also the first to fall asleep just because he's the most like head empty, just do what I need to do, and go on the adventure, and it's just, okay, just dream.
Like, as soon as they got to you're going to be doing a lot of sleeping, he's like,
Oh, good. Oh.
Yeah, didn't catch anything else of what they said.
Love it.
But,
love it.
Okay, and then as far as Sharon being the conflict for the story, at least in the near future, I like the idea of that.
Yeah.
Given that both Hibito and Muta are astronauts, and Hibito's back and everything, cool. Yeah, we'll get to have them interact regarding all of that and everything, which will be awesome. But then, having a look to the past and everything and how they got here.
And closing that chapter.
Because Sharon was a huge part of that.
She was the biggest part of that. Like, it's kind of the thing in that she was their space mother. Like, she reared and raised them on the dream of space and being an astronaut.
What are you telling me? Mom and Dad, soggy udon and normal udon and all that stuff. I'm sure they're fantastic parents.
No, they are.
Yeah,
they are.
But as far as
right.
being the
no, totally.
I will equip you in order to go to space.
Right.
Yeah.
But jokes aside, I'm being serious here. I think that in the Death of Innocence, the idea that we've moved on not just from the Death of Innocence, but we're moving to like the end of that, even that growth period as well.
Sure.
So where it's not just about dreaming and hope and stuff, or the acquiring the skills and the gumption to go after this thing. It's you've now arrived at this thing. Right. There is still training to fly the T-38, but it's nothing right now that you do here is probably going to completely omit you from your dream. Right. It's just how long will it take?
Yeah, you have escaped, Earth's gravitational pull, and the first stage of the rocket can be jettisoned, because you have been accepted as astronauts. That whole thing is done. You are now in the hands of other people, right?
Exactly.
And so the nurturing and belief and all of that Aunt Sharon helped provide for them, and
is
just
being
the
jettisoned, basically.
Early practical stuff of want to look through my giant telescope that's at my house. Yeah.
And now they'll have an emotional connection to the project that she's working on that could be something that they would potentially be able to literally work on with their hands and mind and everything.
Together
on the moon.
Yep.
Beautiful.
Which
Peak.
also,
I love the way that this could set up the end of the series as well in a very cool way.
And I will say, that feels very poetic and fitting, given that Muta's whole job was as an engineer, right? Even though not everyone that is an astronaut would have necessarily been an engineer, right? Some of them could have been very different kinds of backgrounds, right? So the idea that him coming in here with his, anal attention to detail and everything.
He could end up being an engineer for specific robots. Specifically, they're going to be on there and stuff. And they're like, we need someone with the technical know-how, but also the ability to detect if things start going wrong.
Exactly.
Well, what do you know? We've got this ASCAN that's kind of perfect for that. In fact, he has a team of people that he's been with all along that all of them do have very specific skills that could work with this.
Yep.
Oh, and we need one to... What do you know?
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Yeah, I love that the way that they're setting this up, and then there will be the emotional capitulation of if they have to then say goodbye to her before they go to space, if they have to say goodbye to her as they go to space, and it's when we come back, she will probably be dead kind of thing.
Right, they're not able to be there in her final moments because...
Right, but she'll be able to look out to the sky and space.
They're up there.
Yeah, there's all kinds of really fun ways they can play this. I personally have never been a fan of I am a character from India, so therefore I have the ability to see the future in a way that's not totally racial stereotyping in some way.
Oh, definitely
so
not. To say nothing of
the idea that they...
narrative laziness of just, hey, we're not, why foreshadow when we can just literally be like, hey, by the way, this is what's going to happen in the plot.
No, totally. But the fact that they got over that in this episode. Thank you.
Yes.
Because while Muta doesn't know this yet, we, the audience, know.
Well,
and the fact that in a lot of ways we could have just had this scene where she's dropping her phone and we see her like feeling the edges of her phone with her fingers, and it's like, oh, okay. So this is a cognitive decline, like a very rapid cognitive decline based like illness of some kind. Something like that. I'm not exactly sure what this is.
Right, I feel like...
But I believe I know what the symptom here is that's causing this. At least not the symptom, but the what this is. This is when you lose the sensitivity in your extremities, and thus you would drop your phone. You would not be able to feel the edges.
Right. And having Muta make the connection in his head. Wait, is she potentially talking about Aunt Sharon? Great. Yeah, because if you're having the fortune-telling thing, have Muta make the connection. But of course, you know, he's still in the wondering stage, right? So it can still be the worry and all that stuff. But yeah, and well, we're already being on the nose. Clatter, clatter. Oh my God, what's wrong? Did you suddenly fall? No, she dropped her phone. And it's like, oh, okay, haha, you know, and then it's like,
but
no,
then
actually,
that was actually something
that
to
is,
hint at there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But otherwise, that's kind of the big thing this episode from the plot perspective. But I think the part that probably moved me the most emotionally was the turning off the microphone, putting it down, and be like, before you consider funding, let's use our imagination.
Yeah.
And realize what the scope of this is. This does a lot of things from the writing standpoint of giving us not just the realization of like why this is important, like from the science side of things.
Sure.
But it's a cool way of having her share probably something that her husband literally spoke of this exact kind of thing to her in that way. And so while we see her thinking of him in those moments, it's these words are touched by the legacy of another person that I love and care about. So I don't need this microphone to have you hear the heart in these words.
The official composure that I had for giving the presentation of, you know, this is the benefits that it would have and all that stuff. Okay, yeah, clearly we're past that now because that's not what you're worried about. You're worried about hey, but, you know, could we actually make this happen? What would it cost? All right, so let me pitch to you the vision of not what does this give us mechanically, but why it is, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of interested to see the way in which Bold kind of butts into this because of his conversation that he had earlier about this. So this is a big project. Yes, it's going to cost a lot of money. I'm very, very interested to see how this ends up being a thing that involves a lot of the newer characters that we've been introducing.
Yes.
And then becomes like a larger like international project as well.
Which also, I got to say, this is fun because I guess from the beginning of the story when it's like, I'm going to go to the moon. Well, I'm going to go to Mars. There's this part of me that's like, so maybe, you know, since this is set in the future and all that stuff, this will end with them getting to Mars or something. No,
Still could.
But
And this could be along the way to Mars too.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Sure.
You know, maybe the Mars thing is what we get, you know, as the post credits, you know, fast forward into the future, see what Simone's up to kind of a deal.
Sure.
You know,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
You know, and the thing that we see over the course of the show is, let's build this telescope on the dark side of the moon where no light pollution, like this will be able to see far, even not even the atmospheric interference.
Right. There will be light over there at some point.
No, totally. But yeah, it's the like
the reason why it's the dark side of the moon is because it doesn't show to us specifically.
Yeah, but that also means like, well, yeah, I guess the Earth is far enough away that it's not going to be an issue.
Well, no, I know it's not that. It's the sun specifically and the angle of it.
Right. And
the
so
big
the sun,
bright thing.
The big bright thing could still be on the side that is pointing at it.
Yes,
right.
but the thing that I think was really cool they brought up here, and I never even thought of this in my life, was the idea that the atmosphere distorts the vision of telescopes that much. The idea that because you're factoring in the mathematical crazy distances that they're going into here.
Oh yeah.
Any little thing like that,
random
adds
dust
into it
in the air.
Well, right. The idea that the atmosphere itself is like a filament, like a film layer over
like
the telescope, and you're talking about light years of distance away.
Oh yeah, right.
Imagine if that little thing wasn't there. I don't know the science or the math behind it, but I'd love to know statistically, like, what would be the level of additional strength, effectively, that our current telescope technology would have, and then also the actual millions of miles of distance away that it would be from the Earth by being on the moon, because that magnification, even though it's a linear like exchange, it's linear distance difference, and then in some ways the multiplier change of the atmosphere layer being removed.
Well, and if you're talking about something where it's all right, we're wanting to get to the past the furthest edges of what we currently have, right? Then it makes sense that even if it might seem something as small as being in a place that doesn't have the atmosphere that might get in the way,
or millions of miles away from us in the moon,
But the idea of but then what does that mean from the standpoint of not the stuff we can already see, but the new stuff we could see? It could be tons.
It could be.
Yeah.
We have no way of knowing.
No way of knowing until it's actually built.
So use your imagination.
And get that man with the afro up there. Make sure he rubs the pug's butt plenty before he gets launched.
You're talking about the guy that literally is just all hair?
No, I'm just talking about Muta.
I thought for a second, I was like, why are you talking about the guy that was just like...
No, the dude with the righteous, like, full wraparound deck beard, that was...
Like, he didn't even have a neck.
Oh, yeah.
It was just completely behind the beard.
For as like regular as the people of this show are, because it's grounded in all that stuff. Yeah, the fact that we've got so much
Giga Chad
massive hair everywhere,
hair,
and then we've got like reverse Mohawk Wolverine spikes right next to it.
We got Vlad over here.
Yeah, right.
We've got modern Albert Einstein as well.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I love it, because those are then these will be characters for later. For now, they're just personalities that have the ability to make pretty impactful decisions.
Right, because there's a very good chance that Sharon might not be able to convince them while she's alive.
Right.
And then we have to go back to these, probably insanely wealthy individuals, right? And be like...
Or even just influential in that they're like a part of specific...
Yeah, they'll be able to represent this project to the people that have the
exactly. I also think there's a pretty cool possibility that this might be just the company that Sharon is a part of and stuff, and they're like, we're going to basically...
This is the board of directors or whatever.
Right. Yeah. We're going to proposition NASA of being like, hey, do you want to go and work with us?
Right.
And NASA is there like, whoa, let's not get crazy here. NASA's expensive.
People be a part of this? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Robots, okay, sure. We can
work with robots.
That,
Yeah. But very, very interesting. So, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. Also, be sure to check out our Twitch channel. See if any of that interests you. We'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.